So with many of us, I think, playing more and more games at the minute, we wondered, what is your favourite rugby game of all time? And more importantly, to add to that, we'll read some of these out. What's your favourite memory from playing them? For example, I'll never forget my last minute of extra time drop goal as Alberto Scarby in the corner of the pitch against my brother on the Rugby World Cup 2011 video game. So what's your favourite rugby game, and what one memory from a game such as this one stands out to you? Now, one game a lot of us, including myself, have been using to while away the hours at the minute has been Animal Crossing New Horizons on Nintendo Switch. Now, there was already some rugby in the game, there were already some nods, but one Mr. Adam Selby English has gone ahead and managed to add quite a lot more by using the game's custom kit designer to make any number of rugby kits. He's made a lot of the teams from the World Cup. Here I am wearing the Wales shirt, the Uruguay shirt, the current Ospreys shirt, the three most important teams in my life. Now the countdown is on for when we can finally watch some live rugby again. We've just got a couple of weeks until June 13th when rugby's back, and this week the Blues were back into training and we saw Beauden Barrett set a completely ridiculous Bronco record, like completely, properly ridiculous.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Ye Shradkinless.
However, speaking of absurd things and rugby away, I think anyone who played this game has particular memories of one player, one winger that comes to mind before anyone else. And so, I took this as a chance to speak to the one and only Bryan Habana. Bryan Habana, thank you very much for joining us. How are we doing today? Did you ever play the Rugby 08 or Rugby World Cup 2011 video games?
Did I play?
Yeah.
That is a very easy question to ask. I had to play. I was on the cover of the 08 one in South Africa and became a Games brand ambassador at that time. I'm really hesitant to say it was better than Jonah Lomu Rugby because I think Jonah Lomu Rugby was the original.
They don't build them like that anymore.
Probably got a few more ability and skill points given the fact that I became an ambassador. So I know a lot of guys actually made their own teams and put me at 10, 12, 13 and 11.
That's exactly the reason I ask, is because you were the best player in both of those games. You were to the point in which whenever me and my brother played it, we had to set rules on like, no, you can only pass to Habana so often because he's so overpowered.
And it's pretty contradictory because I had a pretty crap year from a personal perspective in 2008. It wasn't the most productive year on the rugby field for me personally.
It was impossible to live up to what you did in 2007, though. That's basically the best year any winger's ever had.
It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. 2007 was cool, but if I have to look back now, it actually wasn't my most incredible rugby year. I'd actually put that down to 2009. The reason I say that is it was a really phenomenal year, and I might not have scored as many tries, but we won the Super Rugby in an incredible fashion, beating the Chiefs 61-17 in that final. I scored 2 tries. We then beat the British and Irish Lions in which I scored that try in the decider in the second test. We then went on to win the Tri-Nations, beating New Zealand at home and away. The first time that had ever happened. And then we came back. We played Currie Cup. I scored 2 tries in the Currie Cup final for the Bulls. And then just to top off the year, I played in a Barbarians team that beat the All Blacks, and I scored a hat-trick in that year. So 2007 was great. Get literally put in a shadow by 2009.
That's not bad at all. That's a pretty good year, I'd say. I just want to ask, so you've been going around dressed as Baymax from Big Hero 6. You've been going to the supermarket, you've been popping up all over. What's that all about?
I've sort of had a thing, again, I really enjoy having fun with my children and doing things that sometimes people might think are a bit weird. I mean, I actually started a thing when I was in Toulon, let's say 4 years ago. We sort of did like matching Mondays. We'd get dressed up in these Minion onesies and I'd take him to crash. And obviously the friends thought I was absolutely crazy. So I've got a fair number of outfits that again I have run out of wearing now. I actually did one in a flash flash suit, a hit 1000 type class.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was just the whole PPE element. I didn't want to take any of the medical supplies, so I thought, what better way than to get dressed up for a Baymax. So yeah, got a few very strange looks, to be honest. It was pretty interesting.
Obviously, another thing you've been doing is this amazing work with the foundation. You've been doing a lot of charity work throughout South Africa with the Bryan Habana Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what you've been up to these last couple of weeks?
I launched the Bryan Habana Foundation back in 2014 already, and we've done quite a few youth leadership initiatives called Team Habana, both in the UK and in South Africa. But given the current pandemic and what it's caused from a food insecurity perspective, I really wanted to just play my part and try and make a difference, no matter how small it was. Sport has given me a platform to hopefully try, be a pillar of hope and inspiration. And along with a financial services platform partner called Ozo, who came on board for this current time and partnering with the Bryan Habana Foundation, we're packing food parcels that can feed a family of 4 for between 3 to 4 weeks. We packed 100 last week, got to hand them out into the communities in South Africa where food insecurity is extremely rife at the moment. To be able to try and make a difference, no matter how small it is, has been, it's been really incredible.
And so if people do want to help out and to join in, where can they head to donate? How can they donate and be of help?
Yeah, thanks, Robbie. Obviously, on all my social media profiles, Instagram, Bryan Habana _, Twitter, Bryan Habana, and my Facebook page, the link to the donation page is there. It's unfortunately not international at the moment. We're looking at a potential PayPal avenue, and I'm relaunching the BryanHabanaFoundation.org website this week. But yeah, it's incredible to be able to see again, in not even 5 days of actually starting the donation drive, how much people have actually donated has been incredible. And like I said, it's about making a difference in this time where there is so much need, and any donation would be extremely well received and even more so welcome.
Hey, bro, how you doing, mate? You Stradkinless.
This was a big week for another veteran of the 2007 World Cup, as Japanese rugby legend Hitoshi Ono finally hung up his boots at age 42. Now, he played in the 2007, 2011, and then of course the 2015 World Cup, where he was a key part of the Brighton Miracle. He retires as Japan's most capped player and a true icon of Japanese rugby. Now, as we count down towards rugby finally returning, there is one big change to the laws, as scoring against the base of the post has been outlawed. That will no longer be the case. And we got a pretty good idea of the level of skill we'll be coming back to, as Quade Cooper showed off just how ridiculously flawlessly talented he is. Luke Drahan did a far better job of playing on his own than I am right here. And oh no, I can't say that on the thing. And former really classy, really excellent comic centre, Dave McSharry, who was my favourite player I forgot existed until this week, did this mad thing with back heeling conversions. Utter class. So that pretty much brings us through this week's The Feed. Now, if you've got any memories of playing rugby video games that are better than this current attack by Uruguay in the French 22, please send them our way. Let us know what your favourite rugby game of all time is. Oh, it's got to be a penalty. Got to be. Yeah, come on. Okay, Uruguay's take an early lead. Now, as we can see, France of discipline really starting to let them down now. If you want to see more of this and see plenty more stuff from the World Rugby Channel, we've got more classic games coming out this weekend, as well as next week I'll be picking out some of your favourite moments from old rugby video games. Please subscribe to the World Rugby Channel for more, and I'll see you next week. Until then, Uruguay got a World Cup to win. This is happening. This is on.